I could be the best guy in the world playing that fucking game, that just because RNG, I'm gonna get scammed and the other guy is gonna beat me, even though he's basically a noob. Like, that is the biggest reason why I decided to stop playing that game. Because I was like, nah, I just cannot take this anymore. There was so many times that I got a scam because of stupid RNG stuff. And not only that, like, the meta itself is starting to become so boring that I was like, nah. Yeah, zero interaction. That's the thing. Like, people complain about, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! You have really long turns. This one and this one. I made it backwards, so I got confused. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has super long turns, but at the same time, you can do stuff to your opponent during their turn. So that I like. I like the fact that you can interrupt them. Like, they just summon something broken, and you have a way to counter it. Okay, perfect. You fuck their combo, and you have a shot now. Perfect. That's it. I like that a lot. Yeah, I stopped playing when Rasa Priest stopped being good, because that was the deck that I enjoyed the most at the moment. Because the thing with Rasa Priest is that before Polkilt, Rasa Priest was a deck that actually requires skill to play. You needed to know your matchup, you needed to know how to play it, and you needed to know when and how to use resources. So for me, that is the kind of deck that I want. A deck that makes me think about my resources and be able to know my matchups and capitalize on that. That is what I like. What happens when... And the mirror. The mirror was really cool. Oh, fuck, what happened? Okay, I'm gonna lose a little seconds here. The mirror match... The mirror match was fun because you were able to think on how to outplay your opponent and find a way to get your combo before them. So it was basically ways of finding out how to draw properly, while at the same time trying to stop your opponent to draw. For example, Potion of Madness, the Acolyte of Pains, steal them, deal some damage to it, and then you skill it yourself. As well, using Psychic Scream properly to put a lot of crap into their deck, so turn off the Reno cards. I like that a lot. That was, for me, top Hearthstone. Polkad was released, and the skill was removed from that game. Like, there was no more skill involved on that deck. It was basically search for Polkad. Whoever plays Polkad the first, he has the combo. That's it. You played Polkad on 4? It was a 4 and then it was nerfed to 5, if I'm not mistaken. You played Polkad on 4? Okay, I already have my deck stacked. I know exactly what I want to do. And next turn, I already have my combo on. GG's. And that's when the skill was out of the question completely. And then that's when everything started to be really fucked up. People are starting to come up with Tiller Rogue and... No, Tiller Rogue, no. Tiller Lock. And then after that... because I enjoyed Tiller. Tiller was a lot of fun. Because it was so broken that it was so stupid. But after that, it came down... Stealer Souls. And for me, that was it. Like, I just couldn't take it. I was like, man, this is so stupid, and it makes no sense. Yeah, When Volkill came out, that was it. No skill involved. It was literally draw the best card in your deck and GG's. And for what I've seen people play right now, I will say that it's really going downhill. Like for me, the new dragon that basically makes your deck a full duels deck, it looks a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. 20 mana druid that can do broken shit like that, it looks like a lot of fun. But we know that shit is not gonna... That shit is not gonna... is gonna last for long. Like, that's a problem. Yada brings the heat. Yada knows how to build broken stuff and capitalize on it. Yada's a really good player. He's not like stuck on one class. He's just working to try to find really cool broken stuff that he can just capitalize on. That's really cool. But for example, some people are really basically married to one class. And if that class is not good, they're not gonna have fun. Something that and this is my biggest complaint on the game. And it's not something bad at it, it's actually just a complaint because of the way that it works. It's basically this. The meta is always gonna be defined by certain cards. In physical cards, any kind of physical TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Digimon, Pokemon, there's gonna be a paywall. You wanna play meta? You're gonna buy the most expensive cards. And this is the thing. Because people will have to buy the most expensive cards, you do not see as many decks with the broken cards. Because not everybody is willing to pay for them. The thing with Hearthstone is that since you can craft, that thing doesn't exist. So if anybody wants to play the broken deck, they can just do it because they can just craft the cards. And something that I hate about TCGs are mirror matches. I hate them because they're usually boring. In any game, they're basically, you have the combo, you win. I have the combo, I win. That's the mirror. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, after a while, you're like, hey, I'm just gonna play whatever. And that's my thing. I always play whatever is good on the meta, regardless of the game that I'm playing. Sometimes I like to search for a rogue deck that is actually secretly good and played it a lot, but that's it. Like, as of right now, like, the game that I'm playing the most is Digimon TCG. And I stopped playing the tier 1 deck because I found a rogue deck that can be kind of considered tier 1. And it's a lot of fun. Oh my god, I lost time because I was pressing the wrong button. I don't mind the mirrors as long as they're fun. Or that you have to actually outplay your opponent. Like I was saying, the mirror match for Reno Prince before Paul killed. It was really, really good. I will take Rasa Priest mirrors all day. And the best part about it is that I was really good at the mirror. My win rate on the mirror was really good. Oh yeah, BO3s are amazing. Like, I understand why in most online servers you don't get them. What am I doing? But I like them a lot. I think Magic has an actually option for BO3. Because the sideboard or side deck, however you want to call it, it makes you outplay your opponent in a different way. You're gonna have to think about which cards you're using on your deck that you're not gonna use to take out, and as well, which cards are you gonna get in to counter your opponent, and at the same time, which cards are you gonna get in to counter the counter that your opponent is definitely gonna get. Not right now. They're testing it. They're currently making an event that is gonna happen mid-March. And they're gonna test it. So it will be fun. I will definitely like to have side decks. Yu-Gi-Oh does, like, everything is defined in a BO3 with side deck, everything. And you can side deck in each match. So the first one you play with your natural deck, then you side deck, and then you can side deck again. So you have to be good at them. And I like that a lot, because a lot of people don't know how to side deck. That's the thing. Like, people just like, hey, I don't need this card, I need this and this and this. So sometimes they just make their deck slower. I kind of want to play it actually, but I'm too lazy. I don't want to play the Pokemon when they release a new one, because I played the old one. You already dropped that. That's the thing. I can do that? It doesn't matter the direction? Okay, that's better. It's a lot faster of what I was doing. Got a white orb. I didn't know how to trigger if that battle happened, so that saves a lot of time. It doesn't save that much time, it just saves like 1 or 2 seconds. I mean, not even 1 second, it's gonna be like less. Hey, gold. It actually saved like 1 second. That's good. Like at this point that I am right now, every second counts, so I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy playing Digimon right now. I kind of wanted to get into Pokemon, but the thing about Pokemon is that it is expensive, not because the card game is actually expensive. It is expensive because there is no value of actually buying a booster box. Like, you know, in most TCGs, if you buy a booster box of the newest expansion, you get at least some of the base of the deck you want to play. So then you just go for singles after that. That is usually how it works. Pokemon gives you so much crap in one deck, in one booster box, that it's not even worth it to try to buy it. And I don't like that, because I always like to buy a booster box to get most of the things that I'm looking for, and then buy singles. A friend of mine wanted to get into Pokemon, and he bought 3 booster boxes, and he didn't even get 30% of the deck that he wanted to build. Those booster boxes are filled with so much crap, man. It's insane. That's the first green? Okay. No, it is unlucky as fuck, but at the same time, that is how the deck boxes are built. They're not built for you to build a deck. It's never worth it. And the worst part about it is that Pokemon itself doesn't get you back in value. So for example, a lot of people want to buy booster boxes and be like, hey, I'll just buy it, and whatever I hit, I'm just gonna get money out of it. You don't. A booster box is almost like 150, I think. $150. And most, you only get like 10 hits on it. Like 10 hits of actual holos that you can definitely sell. And of those 10 hits, you end up getting like $5 to $10. If you're lucky, there are a couple that they're gonna be like $80, but you're never gonna get the entire box back. For example, in Yu-Gi-Oh, you definitely get a couple of ultra rares and stuff like that. That definitely the investment of buying one box can be recovered with one card. A friend of mine bought one booster box and it was like $100. And he opened one of the droplets, I think it's the name of the card, that is really, really OP. He opened one, and he was able to recover the value of the box. Yeah, forbidden droplet. Drop for me. Drop! Okay, there it is. Judgment cuts made me judgment nuts. How's it going, Moyo? Thanks for the 7 months with Prime Gaming. Appreciate it a lot, man. How's it going? I lost 12 seconds to Gilgamesh. That's how I'm going. Just because he didn't want to drop. But it's fine. We're still in the green, so I'll take it. Yeah, Forbidden Droplet. That's a card. That card is like $100-something right now. So because of that, my friend was able to recover the entire value of the box, plus making money because he got a little bit of hits that were like 15 to 20. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely recovers buying a box. And he got a lot of the cards that he was looking for to build his deck. A bit of break? That's good, man. It's important to take a break. The runs were decent. Yesterday I almost got record, but I got scammed by Dante 2. No, Dante 1. And Dante 2 was really bad, but that was my fault. I made a mistake. No, Pokemon is horrible to build decks if you want to buy booster boxes. You might have to end up even buying a case, and a case of booster boxes doesn't even give you everything that you need. So it is best if you want to play Pokemon, just buy singles. Yeah, he just went full Devil May Cry 3 on me and decided to go full Royal Guard. Yeah, that's usually what I do. I do enjoy opening booster packs, so I never go, like, never buy packs or anything. But I avoid buying booster boxes from Pokemon, for example. Oh yeah, that was fun. The Genesect was actually a lot of fun how I pulled it. I was just talking to a guy that was there while waiting for the next round of the Digimon tournament. So I was talking to the store owner. And there was this guy there, and I was talking to him. And the box owner, no, the store owner just opened a booster box, and I was like, just give me one. I haven't bought one in a while. And I opened the Genesect. And there's only one full art like that one. Secret full art card per box. So I just open a random pack. So yeah, that's the thing, like I usually go for singles as well. But depending on the game, I might buy boxes. Because for example, for Digimon, if you buy, for example, one booster box, you already get like half your deck. So I usually buy a couple of booster boxes for Digimon. Yada plays Magic, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can actually get your money back. I already tested that a couple times. So you might not get the entire box, but as a minimum, you end up getting like a good amount of the cards you're looking for. And at the same time, you get a little bit of cash to recover and buy more. That's the way that I work. Like for example, whenever I have to buy stuff for for Digimon, I just buy 2 booster boxes, pull whatever I can, and then I just trade and just buy the singles. Digimon is kind of cheap, so that gives it a little bit of space there. And the good part about it is that I take advantage that a lot of people here don't know about the future meta, so they just sell stuff super cheap. It is fun, like it is really easy to learn, and the arts are really cool, so I enjoy that. Kid Gabumon cards, there are a lot of cool ones. You only care about the gameplay? It makes sense. The thing is that I'm a huge collector myself, so I always also look on the art of the cards. I have a friend that is basically... he has the mentality of a reseller. So that's cool, but at the same time is really fucked. I didn't get it. It's fine. So he's basically just buys whatever he thinks that is gonna go up in value and just keeps it as it is and never sells it until it actually goes up. Oh, I got the long animation. Yeah, I don't like to be like a reseller. I just know to take advantage of when something is cheap and I know it's gonna go up. For example, there's a card of Magni Angemon that was from the first booster that is gonna be played in 2 expansions because Japan is currently 2 expansions ahead of us. So because of that, I started looking for the alt arts of them. So I already have 4. And I bought them at the moment that nobody gave a fuck about him, because I know that it's gonna go high really fast. And I don't want to be that guy that says, hey, I could have bought this card a long time ago, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. And now it's super expensive and I cannot afford it. Oh, now I got it. Nice. Okay, this is the furthest I've gotten a run today. And I'm lost now. I hate it when that happens. And you know what happens? It happens to me with comic books as well. Like, I had a chance with buying Deadpool's first appearance. Oh, I was so far away. Okay. So, for example, when I was starting to get into comic books, I had a local store, and it was a guy from the US that married a girl from here, so he came to live here, and he wanted to have a comic book store here because there's no actual comic book store here that is good. Most of them are resellers. So the guy was friends with one cool artist. Oh my god. I fucked that up so hard. So the guy was friends with an artist and he bought his entire collection to resell it. So when he was working on it, he found a copy in really good condition of New Mutants 98. That is the first appearance of Deadpool. And he had it on display, and I was like, hey, that looks really cool. I was like, hey, that looks really, really cool. Oh. I'm gonna take it because I can still save it. But I fucked that up so hard. I was about to reset. I made one more judgment cut that I should have. So that caused him to respawn the crystal. So the guy was like, hey, we have the first appearance of Deadpool. I don't know if you want it. And it was like $30 at the moment. And I was like, you know what? Right now I don't have the money. So I think I'll pass, but I'll definitely come back next week with the money. And he was like, hey, if you want me to, I can save it for you because you're a good customer and all that. And I was like, nah, you know what? It's okay. I don't think it's gonna be sold by that point, by 1 week. So it's okay. You don't have to hold it for me. And when I arrived next week with the money, it was already gone. Couple of months later, the fucking comic book spiked and it went to $100-something. And now it's starting to hit at 300 to a couple thousand. And that was Igna just messing up on one of the best comic book DLC he could ever get. From there on, I decided to never pass on a potential good purchase. Talking about good, this is not. So yeah, that was super fucked. And after that, they announced the Deadpool movie. And now everybody's a fucking fan of the character, and because of that, now it is a lot expensive. So what I did is that after that happened and the movie craze started happening a lot, I decided to start, like, anytime that they announce that a character is gonna be on a movie or something, I just buy the first appearance of the character. Because I know that they're gonna be expensive eventually. You don't know shit about the comics? They're fun. It is an interesting market. It is a market that is, it tends to spike up in price from one moment to the other one. Like one moment you have something that is worth shit, and eventually it is like a couple $1,000s. For no reason. Like, whenever they use like an event on a movie or a character decides to be like really important from time to time, that is when it makes a spike. For example, I have to buy Rush 3. Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy, because of the Spider-Man thing that they made, she started to become a lot more popular than she used to be. So now all of her comics are expensive as fuck. Like the Spider-Man itself, everybody loves her for some reason. She's cool and all, but she started as a spin-off character. And it was so popular that within 1 week, the comic that she first appeared, oh no, they spiked a lot more. So people started following up a little bit more on Spider-Man because people liked it a lot. So in 1 week, comic book stores were already taking orders for 3rd and 4th print of that comic, which is insane. It broke a lot of records in sales. After that, in 2 weeks, the first print of the book started to hit $15, and that's when I bought it. And no, I didn't buy it because I was part of the hype. I was like, hey, I like it, so I'm just gonna buy it. I want it in my collection. Oh, check this. I love this strat. This is my favorite strat in the game. So here, we insta-kill it. It looks so fucking cool as well. So I was like, hey, I want to buy a first appearance of Gwen Stacy as a Spider-Woman because I like Gwen Stacy a lot. That's it. When I fucking realized that shit spiked to $100, and now it is like $700 to $1,000. So it's a huge spike. The comic that I have behind me, it is graded, and that one is the first appearance of just the first edition. Yes, first print, perfect condition. That's the one that I have. Yeah, it spiked even more now because of the new movies that they're happening, and as well they decided to make a new print of it. So because they made a new print of it, people are interested in the original one again. Drop for me. Bad combat. So that's how comic books spike. When they made the Thanos thing about deleting half of the universe announced, like, people knew that was gonna happen when they started introducing the stones, or the gems. They're actually gems, not stones, but they changed the name because of the movies. When they did that, the event when Thanos does that in the comic books, it spiked in price hard because people know that that kind of stuff is definitely gonna be sold. And that is in a lot of cases how I end up buying a lot of comics. So for example, now, well, after what happened with the Deadpool comic, I decided to always buy comics based on characters that are... I didn't buy blistering swords, that explains. Like, for example, when they announce a new movie of a character is coming, or they make a reference to a potential character is gonna be in a movie, I usually go and buy that character's first appearance because I know it's gonna be expensive. So, for example, the comic that you see here... Oh, I didn't buy blistering. That's fine. I can take it without blistering. I don't need it. That one right, you see right there, it is the first appearance of Deathstroke. And that one right there is graded. That is an 8.0 out of 10. So it is a good grade. And the reason why I bought it, aside from the fact that I like Deathstroke, is that when they announced, they made Justice League, the first movie that was really bad, Deathstroke appears at the very end. So I was like, hey, Deathstroke is gonna be in another movie. He's gonna be expensive as fuck eventually, so I'm gonna buy it. And I didn't get a good price at the moment, and it already spiked, and it spiked to like $200. So I gave up on it for a while. And after giving up for a while, I think it was the middle of 2021 or 2020. I found that listing on eBay for like a really good price on an auction, and nobody offered, and I got it for like $80. So good for me. Now I'm ready for any kind of further appearance of Deathstroke, and I know that it spiked a little bit in price because of the Snyder Cut that was released. So it is an interesting market. I usually just buy whatever it's related to my favorite characters. Hey, I got a... Oh, I got the quick kill. It is hard to do that, Jada. That's why being subscribed to a comic book store has its advantages. But at the same time, it is really expensive, so I have to remove my subscription. It is a lot of fun. Like, it is a fun market. Okay, let's see if I can get a quick strat. I have like 20 seconds to save if I get it. Bait. One. Only one. Beautiful. That's a huge time save. My subscription for comic books, I already canceled it because it was a lot of money. It was basically me buying a couple of comics. It was like, I'm gonna buy Blizzard right away. I need to subscribe to a minimum of 10 comics per month, and they're like $30.99, $4.99 depending on the comic book. The thing about that is that it was like a monthly $60 to $70. And the thing is that if I just got it like that, like the $70, it wouldn't have been that much of a problem. The problem that I have is that I have to import them to my country, so that cost me like an extra 30. So it ended up being like 100, 120 per month. And there were months where they were really, really cheap, and sometimes they were really, really expensive. So in the end, I started making the numbers, and I realized that it was actually not worth it at the moment. So that's the thing. Did I miss it? Yes. Would I want to go back? Eventually I want to. In the meantime, I'll just be... they always... So for example, if I'm a sub to a store, they always guarantee me every single copy of that comic book I'm subscribed to. So I don't miss a number, never. And I get it at cover price. So if a comic that is being released tomorrow by any chance, it goes up in price to $1,000, since I already subscribed, the store is gonna sell it to me at $3.99. So it has its advantages, but at the same time, man, I was just spending way too much money. So what I'm gonna do now is that from time to time, I'm just gonna buy singles like an eBay or something. And that's it, like just a couple of comic books, not all of them. At the same time, it's always a gamble because you don't know which comics are gonna spike in price and which are not. Yeah, the way of buying in like that is the way that I used to do before I actually got a job. For example, there is this comic book, and I really recommend anybody to read it. That is called Something is Killing the Children by Boom Comics. It was really cool when I started reading it. But I started reading it when it was already like issue number 6 or 12, I think. It was in the middle of it. Now it's like 20 something. One second. Okay. So Something is Killing the Children. It's a really good comic book. And Something is Killing the Children. That's the name of it. It is starting to become like really popular suddenly. And now the first comic, and it was an indie comic, like it was completely outside of anybody's scope. But it became so popular that for some reason now, the first issue, oh, I can buy Trigger Heart, that's good. It's now around $400. Just like that. And that was a gamble for a lot of people, because people just bought it because they were expecting, I don't know, something new. And now they have a lot of money. And nobody was expecting it to be that good. For example, the author of the story, it's a guy I never heard from before. I had no idea who the fuck the guy was. And the comic book got so much support that it ended up getting a prize of best new comic book. It's insane. Let's lose a little bit of time on this one. So it was a huge gamble. Nobody was expecting that book to be that good, and people liked it a lot. And now it is like 20 something issues. Yeah, go for it. Like the author is really good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and the art is really good for that kind of book. And I actually found out about the book itself because, what's his name? The guy who was writing it was also writing Batman. And the guy, for me, saved the series of Batman, because the Batman series was being so bad at the moment. And this guy just decided to come in like Big Dick it and save the day. Oh, did I get it? No, I didn't. Yeah. Something is killing the children. That's the name of the book. Just like that. The book was made by James Steenham IV. Something like that is the name of the guy. I really recommend it. It's a good read. It's a good read, actually. That's the word that I was looking for. Please tell me I got it. Okay, I got it. And now I cannot buy the first comic because fuck me. I should have pulled the trigger on that one when I saw it for like 100. Get lost. I could have taken it for 100, like. A comic book that was becoming so popular should have been, yeah. And I even spoke to the artist of it by Instagram. Like, I followed the guy on Instagram, and I told him, hey, I really like this book. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the art is really, really cool. Like, there are some comics where the art just doesn't go with whatever you're seeing on the panels or the story. So that art actually balances it out really good. So that's the thing. It's like, and I talked to the guy on Instagram and I was like, hey, I really like that art. It works really good with the story you guys are telling. I really want you to keep it up. And the guy was like, hey, thanks a lot. I've been working on this. I actually enjoy the fact that people are liking the art because it's not that common on art like that. Because it looks kind of rough. I fucked that up, by the way. I was able to save it in the middle. Fuck. The angle was so bad there. That's time loss for sure. It looks really dark. Yeah, that's the thing. It became so popular. I'll probably end up buying, what's his name? One of the collectibles, a trade paperback that has like the first couple issues. Because I really like it. I'm not a huge fan of trade paperbacks on comic books because they actually have no collectible value. But If I like the story so much, I might as well go for it. Oh yeah, that's a new one. But you have to search for first print, because I think that it has a couple of prints. The one that you want, if you want to collect them, is the first print, always. I think I have a copy of one, actually. Because that was like my last subscription. I don't know, I have to check. I don't know if it will go up. I know that it's stable as of right now, but because the thing is that that comic book reflects everything that people complain about in comics. That as of right now, they just prefer to change well-established characters to fit for whatever like it's going on. For example, and I don't want to sound like weird here. It's like, for example, they force characters to be part of the, let's say, LGBT community, even though I have nothing against that. People are complaining a lot because they just force characters that have like a 60-year comic book story to be part of that, and people don't like that, and it has been proven. So what happened on this one was basically that they just transform Daredevil into a woman, which I don't know if it's good, I don't know if it's bad, I haven't read it. People were just complaining a little bit as well, because the character that they selected to replace Matt Murdock was Elektra. So it makes sense for Elektra to replace him because of the story that they both have all the time. But at the same time, people want Elektra to be her own thing and Daredevil his own thing. And I understand 100%. But whatever. Again, I don't even know if that comic book is good or not. Okay, this is the most scary part of the run. If I don't get this properly timed, I'm fucked. Okay, I got it. That right there, if I don't get it, it's like a minute to something of time loss. Here. But here I have 3D audio. They'll go. Fun fact, Dogo is really easy because he has what's his name, 3 hurt boxes at the same time, and I hit them 9 times per Judgment God wave, so it just melts the health bar. Spicy golds, it is war record pace for over 10 seconds, but we don't know. I don't want to call it yet. I just want to play for it. Yeah, war record is 1:19, 1 hour, 1 minute, 19 seconds. I'm currently aiming for 1 hour, 1 minute, and 7 seconds. Should be enough. I love this sound. It's so cool. So I'm gonna take it. Hopefully Dante is really good. If Dante is good, we have it. So we're almost done. So I'm gonna take it regardless. Even if it is not a record, it is a really solid PV. That was a really good bird. Hey, insta-ball. Casually going for a record while discussing comics. That's how it works. Yeah, some of the records have really interesting conversations. I can 100% confirm that. That's the thing, like, you thinking about other things can definitely help you out. Like, just being distracted and just go for it. Because the muscle memory is there. Fuck yeah, Royal Guard, fuck my ass. Okay, let's do this.
things end up.
Fuck yeah! What record?
Adios. I won't lose next time. Hold on to that until then.
Fuck yeah!
Come on. You know I was always better with numbers.
We're missing one important thing, people. We're just missing this.
Don't you dare say it.
Jackpot.
Fucking jackpot, people.